we're going to get into our Entreprenaur Award for the afternoon. And I'm going to start with a young lady here who has a fascinating story to tell us. And if there ever was a Wonder Woman, Aisha Latif is it. Aisha, welcome to the awards. And you're there for the entrepreneur section. Tell us what you do. And it's a long story.
I know, I'm going to try and keep it brief. So basically my background is science. I used to be a full-time scientist. I worked in various industries from Johnson & Johnson Wound Management to GE Healthcare, where I was a geneticist trying to find cure for cancer. I already always had a passion for makeup. And it was only when I went on maternity leave, I thought, well, I'll look into it and just explore a little. And it just turned out that I had a side to which I didn't know. So I had a very creative side, and it took off in bridal makeup. So it was only then when I started looking into it, thinking, look, there's a gap in the market, and I started putting a range of cosmetics together. So I worked with various scientists around the world, and I worked with the best chemists. So I've been able to put together some products now which have been quite groundbreaking. So I'm quite proud of it, but it's been hard work. I've kept my full-time job, so I've continued working full-time because we have to keep the house running and paying the mortgage, and I have 3 babies under the age of 5, so I've had to look after that as well.
I think that does deserve a round of applause. I heard an intake of breath then when you said that. Either you're very young, naturally beautiful, obviously, or your makeup is absolutely amazing, because you do not look like a woman who has 3 children under that age. You don't. You look amazing.
Oh, that's because my makeup has antioxidants inside it.
I'm glad to see your other half here as well, because we gather that he's the one who misses out because you're working so hard.
Yes, it's thanks to my husband. He's the one who kind of encouraged me to take on the cosmetic side. So it's taken me about 4 years of hard work, and we did miss out a lot of time together. So we're really trying. This year's resolution was to make time for one another and spend some time and try and delegate the work to him. So he's been trying to help me out as well. Yes, it's been hard work.
The big step next, though, as you say, you're still working full time, but this is a business that could just take off and go global. You have to make that decision at some point. It's a difficult one to make. Which step do you take next?
I think we're nearly there now. It's been very difficult for me because I love science. I love being a scientist, and trying to find a cure for cancer was something I was really, really passionate about. And then I got makeup on the other side, which I really enjoy. We did win an award in March for the Best Beauty Brand Product Award. So our glitters have taken off. We're going to be launching more products at the International Makeup Artists event in London next week. So it's taken off. We have got the full portfolio now of products, from cosmetics, which HD foundations, which are already been looked by the NHS. They're already looking at the products. They're looking at patients with vitiligo and skin conditions, and they're also being used by a lot of makeup artists in media work. So I think I'm going to have to make that decision very soon, when I need to let go of my full-time job. But I think I'm just in that phase now, trying to decide.
What a fantastic dilemma to have, and we're really impressed with what you've done and what you've achieved so far. Maybe you'll get even another award today. Thank you so much for that, Aisha. Congratulations. Our next young lady is Diane Murphy. Diane, there you are. Diane, I gather you're an ex-copper. Is that correct?
I am, yes.
Ex-copper, because you do something completely different now. Tell us.
I do. I bake for dogs and cats. Yeah, I used to work in the police. I joined in 2002. Very male-dominated area. Not quite so bad now. But I then chose to go into another very male-dominated area of the police and worked in football. The opposite of what you do, so you understand. I worked my way up through football. I was the only female football spotter in Lancashire. I've left now. Left every football club in Lancashire with females on the team. So, but I also worked for the England national team as well. So I followed them around Europe.
Right. Okay. Let me just get my head around this. Police, football, dog cakes. How do you make that leap?
That's one of my other many passions, is animals, dogs particularly, and baking. An opportunity arose for me to leave the police. They wanted to pay us to leave, basically. Won't get into the politics of it. So I took the money, set the business up. I'd already been doing it part-time for perhaps 2 years, alongside working night shifts. travelling around Europe, travelling around the country to all the various football stadiums. So I did it all alongside that, built it up to a level, similar position to the previous candidate. I had to make a decision last year. Do I leap? Do I go? And I did.
Are you regretting anything of that?
Absolutely not. Definitely not.
Just tell me, in a nutshell, how did you know there was a market for cakes for dogs? How did you work that out?
It was actually a trip to America, you won't be surprised to hear. There's lots of shops out there that do similar things to what I do. It's a trip over there with a friend. We both, I can think of the moment that we both saw this display cabinet of all these baked goods for dogs, and she elbowed me and said, you could do that. And then it went from there, so I started baking for my own dogs, for friends' dogs, and then went through all the rigmarole of getting licensed, and here we are, we've got a shop, a bakery where dogs come and see us every day.
I could talk to you all afternoon. There are so many questions that I have, because who tastes it and says it tastes all right? I'll have a bit of that.
Oh, it's the dogs mostly, not mine, because mine will eat anything. They're greedy, but you get lots of dogs coming in. I have a special few that are fussy, that I test things out on. But no, the dogs love it, and that's the best bit, is the dogs coming in to see us.
You know, that sounds like an amazing job and an amazing career. Congratulations. And on the nomination, let's see whether you get the award as well. Thanks, Diane. And finally, in this section, we have another young lady who's here on this table, and it is Melissa Timperley. Congratulations on your nomination, Melissa. Tell us what you do. You were telling me a little bit earlier about your entrepreneurship.
Hi everyone, my name's Melissa Timperley, and what we do is we design beautiful hair. So I've just opened a hair salon on Tib Street in the Northern Quarter. We've actually turned it from a public toilet into a hair salon.
I love hearing these stories of entrepreneurship, because you kind of sometimes have to start in the oddest of places, which that is, to get to the place where your dreams are. And did you look at that and think, no, it's not going to work?
When I first saw the building, the plans for the building, I just loved everything about it. It's very open. We're offering something very different from what any other hair salon is looking for. And the landlord actually took an opportunity on me. He got offered double the rent what I could pay from an architect, and he still took the chance on me to open. So we've been open now 5 months, and we have a 6-week waiting list.
Wow, you've done something well there. You say you do something nobody else does. What is it that you do that nobody else does?
So it's all about the client journey. So what we do is we look after every single client from the start to the finish, so we don't have any assistants. You're with your hair designer from the whole entire journey, with our appointments, full dedication to that client, and it's something that no one else in Manchester is offering.
Just sound different to what I'm used to. Definitely have to come down. But in the Northern Quarter as well, it's one of those amazing, great stories of how Manchester has developed over the last few years, and the place to be really now.
It is. It's the creative hub of Manchester, and the city and the street is so nice. Everybody waves to each other as you walk past. There's actually 10 hairdressers on our street. We've actually just been published in the Big Issue for this reason. But everybody waves, there's no competition, everyone's offering something totally different, and at the end of the day, everybody needs the hair cutting.
They do. They're never going to run out of clients, are you?
And it's the one thing that you can't get online.
Sounds to me like you found the niche that fits you.
Thank you.
Thank you.